back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. Today's reading is just going to be collective, okay? I know I've been wanting to come in more regularly and put maybe the 12 sign forecast, but today I just want to keep it chill. Let's do a collective reading, yeah? Let's get started. If you guys resonating with the reading, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For any personal readings, you can go to my email, jocelynlovely84@gmail. All of that description is in the description box. Click on more. If you guys want to donate, you can Cash App, PayPal, or donate on YouTube, okay? All of that is in the description box below, okay? All right, y'all. Let's see. So, don't mind the noise in the background. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see. So today, let's get started. We're gonna use the anime tarot. There's something here about a beautiful collective reading for you guys. I already pulled out 3 cards, and it's really actually beautiful. I'm getting here like the Mother Mary card. This is Mother Mary card. I don't know why, but it's the Great Feminine. I know it's under Temperance, and it's, you know, a beautiful energy of Sagittarius, but if you really look deep within here, this is the Great Feminine. A very balanced individual, surrendering to the divine and the goodness within yourself. Now again, gender does not matter, right? We all have, when we talk about gender, right, as the 12 laws of the universe, really, we all have this feminine energy, and we all have masculine energy within us. It's what helps us be in creation at its best, right? When you put both energies together, that's kind of like what I'm talking about here today, okay? Now, again, it almost seems like this is the energy you've been in lately, and it's very beautiful because it's a receptive energy. I feel like you guys are warriors, real warriors. I feel like you guys take your lives very seriously, and you've worked really hard to get to where you're at. You probably had a lot of obstacles growing up, which is why, you know, this is really who you are. In your masculine energy, right? Again, gender does not matter. This is the energy of it. The Emperor is a very beautiful energy. Look how happy this energy is on its own. This is a masculine energy. It's Aries energy. It's Mars energy, right? It's this the power that this individual carries. That's you, right? Again, it's the masculine energy within you. It's very balanced. It's very practical. It's poised. It's rational. It's giving, and it's very loving. Do you see the smile in this person's face and the confidence that exudes this energy? That's you. That's you in this energy, okay? Now it's like lately you've been working on this, the feminine energy. And I'm telling you, it's like you finally found a balance between both, knowing which energy to pull out when and where, right? And I feel like a lot of you guys, like I said, maybe you grew up having to be very strong, right? It takes a warrior to be able to get to this energy at the top of his game, his or her game. The only thing about it is that now that you've won, because essentially that's what it is, you've already won. You're doing an amazing job, whether you see it or recognize it within you, but I feel like you do. Hey, welcome, Ryan. Now it's like this is the energy that you get to be in. This is the energy that maybe it took you a very long time to harness, or maybe you thought you needed some time to be able to tap into this energy, right? Because a lot of people want to be in their feminine energy, but they don't know how. You might have grown up in an environment where being more gentle and loving and receptive, open, wasn't an option. But now it almost seems like this is the energy you want to be in more. When you bring this energy, it gives you this type of courage that, again, it's nice to be in this energy. You're powerful and strong and confident, but to be in this energy, this has to do with self-worth. Okay? As you see, Temperance also has Sagittarius, so it's fiery energy, but again, it's knowing when and where to bring which energy. when and where. And I feel like, again, you don't always have to be in this energy. Now you get to be in this one, and you feel amazing. There's something really rewarding about being able to be in this motherly, loving energy. Hey, welcome Michelle. Welcome everybody. Welcome to everybody in the chat. The funny thing about it is, you see how this person's carrying a 2. It's like a balanced energy, but then look at the number 4. This talks about discipline, hard work, ambitious, which is what you have, right? But look at the crosses in the back. I want you to take a look at the crosses in the back and look at the card that came in the middle between these 2 cards. The 4 of Swords. This is a resting card, okay? This card right here, it's of rest, meditation, knowing when to be within and seek guidance as to what the next steps are for you to take. Okay, so maybe again, you're so ambitious, you like to run and get things done on your own, but it's like there's a difference between exerting that much energy and then you asking what the next steps are and having that energy help guide you. It's almost as if this energy alone can take you a million miles without you really doing much. Do you see why self-worth is very important at this stage of the game? Because if you really understand the realm of the mind and feeling worthy to be in the space to co-create the mind and the heart, things come to you. Things get done for you. Now, you can bring in both energies and you feel even more powerful than you've ever been. But it's not just about power, it's about being in the right place for once, or finally feeling comfortable in your own skin. Carbs don't have energy. Thank you for sharing that. Carbs don't have energy. Okay. You look so beautiful. Okay. Thank you. All right. Yeah. 1 and 4 is 5 here. There's a change in your energy, and it's beautiful. Congratulations, guys. What's the point of being the most ambitious person here, confident person, if you weren't happy? Now you get to have this and be happy. You get to be happy now. You get to rest because in your mind you already won. You see? Self-worth. Okay, let's see. Hanged Man energy. This is Neptunian energy. I feel like, again, the whole point of life, sometimes it's about, you know how like sometimes life can get in the way and our patterns can really bring us down sometimes, or feel like we're just struggling all of the time trying to get by. Well, this could have been an energy that you recently feel. This could have been like isolation, or feeling left out, or feeling like you're struggling and don't know how to pull through. It's like you have your moments when you're in this energy. It's Neptunian energy, right? Worrying and having some form of like fantasy of it wanting to be better or easier. Sometimes we have those feelings of, man, I wish life can just come and save me, or sometimes I wish I could win the lottery, or I wish it was easier, right? It's like you go from this energy, because the moon is in the back with the subconscious hidden feelings of struggling or self-worth, to this energy. So it's like you're tapping in and out. So remember, the point of this spiritual journey is we get to a phase that, although there are struggles, we learn to deal with the struggles in a more resilient, loving, calm way. The things that used to affect us no longer really affect us in the way they used to. That's growth, right? And I feel like you guys are at a place where you're ready for that real growth to come in. You've done enough healing work to know that you're going to overcome anything that comes to you, right? Or any unresolved patterns that we're still working through. Just remember that you're going to have to deal with those patterns regardless, so why not enjoy it? Why not enjoy the moment? Even when you feel separate from, from source, or even when you feel sad or confused or alone, there's this beautiful feeling of knowing that you're gonna be okay. Isn't that like what we, in a way, it's like a lot of us ask for an easier life or something to just get better, but it's like we just got stronger. Hey Ellie, welcome. Resonates. Thank you, Ellie. Or Eli, sorry. I called you Ellie, sorry. Let's see what else. Ace of Swords. This one I'm saying, remember when you're in this energy, it's only one sword. I remember here I taught you about this is the energy we're working towards, right? Restful energy. When you feel despair, or when you feel frightened, right? When you feel like that, just go within and rest. If you need to pray, pray, but there's something beautiful about knowing that you're going to be okay and you're always taken care of. That right away gets you out of this state of fear, because when you're in fear, you're also manifesting. You're also creating. So if you understand that you're creating in fear, then you try your best to pray, and that all of a sudden you can call prayer affirmations if you want, because you're asking for guidance, but then you're affirming that you're in a good place. For example, I know a lot of us go through fear on a daily basis sometimes because we don't know if we're headed down the right direction, or we don't know if we're going to be able to, foresee what's ahead. I feel like that's the point though. We sit in prayer and meditation and really go within and say, okay, we face fears, right? Or, we overcome anything, or we are joyous, or we are grateful. It's all these affirmations that we say. That way we change our mindset as quickly as we can, or as best as we can, in order for us to move forward. Because remember, if we are creating in the moment, we're creating at all times. So would you rather create out of fear? Because you know that if you really create out of fear, have you ever thought of a negative thought and then it becomes true? That's what happens. So there's a reason why it says guard your mind. Guard your mind as much as you can. Protect your thoughts, right? So in order for us to change that, it's good for us to be still, breathe, and then say positive things, even if we're afraid. But act as if, hey, I don't know where I'm going right now, but guess what? I know that I'm headed in the right direction. When you say that, it's like good things come to you. Or, hey, I easily receive money, and watch what happens. But really believe it and let it go. And I'm telling you, you manifest that. It just depends on the rate or how fast it comes in order for you to see that. Once you see that you're manifesting, whether that's good or bad, or I don't want to say good or bad, in a state of negativity or in a state of positivity, you automatically control your mind, right? You start being, again, guarded of your thoughts. And so I feel like that's what we're working towards. Ace of Swords is of the mind, the realm of the mind. There's also this thing about fear. I feel like a lot of us go through the shifts of fear and then feeling present in the moment. Remember, fear back in the day used to be considered a disease. Fear was something that would plague people. And I know back in the day, shamans used to go and seek help in order to remove that type of state of being, because fear, although it is real, it is always better to, not that it is always better, but sometimes we can surrender that. And you'd be surprised at how fast your thoughts can change, and then you create something positive or even neutral. Let's say you're having a really bad day and you don't want to manifest. Just say that, hey, divine, I'm not in the best place. I don't want to manifest right now, right? Or say, I know I'm not in the best place, but I will be, or everything will be all right. It's like changing the words, right? Changing it in a subtle way so that you remain in a more neutral or towards a higher plane of vibration in thought. Okay? Does my look make me look fat? Well, my dad saw me out to the Romans again. I'm done. Shit, he did not. Will Allah accept my smites? Would I look good in a turban? This dude, you're crazy. Why don't, instead of saying, will my dad sell me to the Romans again, why don't you say you forgive your dad? You forgive your dad, and this pattern no longer affects me, and watch what happens. Your grief and your sorrows can be experienced, and then you feel better after. For official Jesus Christ. Good night, Simpson. Okay. Alright, 7 of Cups here. Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's like going from struggling to neutral colors. Right? For some of you guys, I feel like this is really pretty. It almost seems like a lot of options are on your way to you, but it's a calmer state of being. So I'm getting, if some of you guys went from a state of being that was like really dense and low, right, without judgments, okay, because we all have those moments where we don't feel our best, or when we're really like in the midst of feeling like everything's going in a way that we wouldn't want it to, right? Or when we're just struggling with our own personal addictions or whatever that looks like, right? We're going from that to a more neutral plane, a neutral state of being with options that are more calm. And I think this is something we've all needed for a while now. Maybe we were entertaining the things that made us sit in this energy in isolation or despair, or made us feel low about who we were, low of ourselves. So low worth, really, right? And then now it's like we're redeeming ourselves in a way where it's like we get to have normal, we get to have healthy, and this is good, because this is a big shift from going from dense and despair and isolated and lonely and feeling really low to calmer energy, way calmer energy. Okay, what's the 7 of Cups? Let me take a look at something here. There's something about the 7 of Cups here I want to take a look at. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for the planetary aspect of it. I know I was studying this. There's too many, so I forget. This is the 7 of Cups. Cups. This is Scorpio. Venus. I knew it. Something told me it was Venus. Okay. All right. So this is love. And it's Venus. When you 7 of Cups is Venusian energy. That's the planetary aspect that circulates this energy. You know why? Because there's something beautiful about being hopeful in a neutral way, right? Being hopeful for what is to come, even if it doesn't look like what you thought it was going to be, but still being open to the possibilities and the options that are ahead of us. Remember, the divine says we're in a place where if we remove this energy, these dense vibrations or these addictions that used to claim us, they used to claim us, right? And then now it's like shifting into something that's better for us. It's like it may look a little bit just too calm, and maybe it has like a feeling of a little bit of a struggle, because we're going from something so dense to something better. But it almost seems like, again, if we were in this energy where we were struggling or putting up a fight, this energy really doesn't give you too much of that. You don't have to put too much energy into this, okay? But it's also opportunities of thoughts that you've manifested or can manifest from now, because you're in a different state of being. Hey, Level Up Dojo, welcome. I know we went through a lot or said a lot, but I kind of wanted to get into the realm of how we're co-creating on a daily basis, because I think this is really important. For anybody that really gets it, it's like it's everything. The mind really is so much. There's so much power to it. It's how we create in this universe, right? And we're only a person. Imagine if we all collectively, and we are collectively, just raise the vibration a little bit. And I feel like it's good for us. It's not only a positive change for us, but it's for the collective. Okay? You have the Knight of Wands. Yeah. I feel like you're already, I told you earlier about the warrior energy. This is you. This is fast moving. It's ambitious. It looks forward to life. It's hopeful. There's still struggles, but you can handle them. You're it's like you're the perfect person for these struggles because they're yours. They're your personal struggles. But again, it's like you look forward to them now because it's easier. Or again, you're just more equipped for it and you realize it. It isn't going to kill you. Let's see what else. Hey, Constance. Welcome. Hey, girl. So good to see you. Oh, shit. The King of Cups. Oh, look at this beautiful energy. What did I tell you about earlier? About the creating such a beautiful energy while you're just sitting still. Look at this person just sitting down. Remember I told you about the sword? Our thoughts are our reality. So manifesting from a place, you know, where we're guarding our thoughts and thinking as best as we can or hoping for the best even when we don't really know or when we are uncertain of what tomorrow will hold, right? Or even in the present moment. I feel like some people we're all in the present moment and we're struggling a little bit because it's easier. It's easier. We don't need to put up a fight in the present moment, even though sometimes we could be, right? It's struggling to get into the energy. And with the King of Cups, this is you understanding that, you guarding your thoughts and being receptive to the energy. You could co-create while you're in receptive energy. This is a master energy, okay? King of Cups is balance. And remember I told you about the Mother Mary energy? This is energy where it's the delicious energy that we're all experiencing now. When we get the chance to, right? Because it's really up to us to allow this energy to come in and guide us and show us how much of a positive and loving day we can have in the present moment. And this is you understanding that and being receptive towards that. We don't have to work as hard as we used to, guys. That's the point. We won't have to work as hard as we used to. Can you believe that? And can we accept that? Collectively, can we accept that? 8-pointed star behind King of Cups. Ah, that's right, Constance. That's right. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we definitely have to do a reading on this. Good eye, Constance. Great eye. And look at the planets in the background. It's no coincidence. Look, there's a planet. There's a planet right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. The realm of the mind is everything. Literally. It's how I was saying earlier, the realm of the mind is our creation, right? But then look at it from a collective energy. If you think of like how the universe runs, there's millions of people. We're our own minds, right? Our minds are our own worlds. Millions of worlds, right? In a whole universe. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And together it's like we're creating one. We're creating a kingdom that we can all enjoy the benefits of it, right? And then hopefully help each other raise the vibration. And it starts with us. And then you understand the magnitude of how it goes from micro to macro. Micro to macro, right? Our minds, our world, co-creating a beautiful universe that already exists, and then the universe itself, right? Millions of people with beautiful positive mindsets. It's on a collective scale. It's beautiful. Okay. Sarsi babies, that's right. That's right. The sun, this is what I'm saying. We've earned this. We're in a place where we could just have some fun. We can just have some fun. Spring is here. We're on our way towards summer. It's an easy, loving, fun summer. This is the forecast of what the rest of our summer and fall will look like. Being hopeful and looking forward to what the day brings, the opportunities, whether that's from minor to major. It's just such a loving energy. And we are here. We are here. Tell me it doesn't feel different. It does. It feels different. Let's see what else. I'm going to pull from the Black Moon Astrology cards. I love everybody, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me and being here in on my journey, our journey, because we're a collective, and I love you guys. And I'm just grateful to have met you and that we're here today. Oh, all these cards fell. Like, what? I don't even know. I have. Look at this beautiful Taurus energy. It's like you're hopeful again, or you're starting to become hopeful. Look at the yellow. You're confident in your journey, but it's like you're confident with how much happier you've become throughout the years, even after the struggles. And you're confident with what the world has to offer. You understand that. And I think there's something beautiful about the changes. Maybe before the changes used to scare us because there were so many, but now it's like 14, right? 4 and 1 is 5. All these changes you're looking at it from a positive perspective because we understand that change is constant, but looking forward to the changes are going to help us on our path, right? Towards growth. This Taurian energy, this bull, is rising up towards anything, even if it's an minor obstacle, right? Gives me this type of energy, if you really look at it. A hopeful energy towards what the journey has to offer, even going uphill, which is a little, it takes momentum to go uphill, right? So, and you love it. It's like you love the fight in it, but the fights won't be that bad. The fights won't, or the difficulties won't be as bad as they used to be. I'm getting warrior spirit, like you're a champion, and to have done it in this lifetime, or have made the changes that you've made in this lifetime by raising the frequency, it's like unbelievable. You could have tried incarnating here time after time and maybe not felt like you've reached your fullest potential, and I feel like in this lifetime you get to reach heights that you have never felt before. So congratulations. Mars in number 5. Look at this. It's the masculine energy with you. It's the hunter energy. It's that energy of instinct, right? It's the instinct within us, like what's next. It's like leading you. You keep asking the divine for what the right path is, or what the right move is. It's like your instincts are taking you there. Let it take you. Let that Mars, that assertive, confident energy within you take you. Damn, you guys are headed in a direction that's like life-changing, and you know it. Instinctually, you know it. Higher self, while you integrate, is telling you this, and then your like instincts are getting excited because you're like, oh my God, what's next? What's to come? I'm loved, and I'm in a great frequency, so what's next, right? That card fell. Hey Sabrina, welcome back. Good to see you again. Oh. Okay, some of you guys, I feel like you might cry this week because it's tears of joy. It's tears of joy because I think it's surreal. Being in the present moment is so surreal. It's like so far from like fighting in the mind, right? You know those times where we were like trying to go through a breakthrough, right? It's that when you're going through a breakthrough and you don't see it yet, and then it's like you go through the breakthrough and you're here, and you're like sitting in disbelief as to how beautiful the energy is, or how calm you really feel. There's this feeling of gratitude and disbelief in the present moment, and it's gonna make you cry. You feel. For a lot of us, we're tapping into emotions that, again, we never really knew we had. So if there's versions of you that are coming out while you're just sitting still, it's like you're allowing that to kind of guide you. You're allowing it to guide you because I think you're experiencing a version of yourself that you haven't felt before. And so again, it's like new. It's this feeling of newness or excitement and stillness all at the same time. I hope I'm making sense, but I feel like these are all the energies that are coming up. Anything else? Let's see. Venus, there's a lot of love and respect for the journey, of course, because sometimes, it kicks our butt, but here we are. A lot of love and respect for the journey. This is Venus love, right? Number 4. We're back here with number 4. Both energies, masculine, feminine. There's something here about looking back at something you had to part ways with, maybe a version of you or people that you had to part ways with. And maybe before, weeks ago, months ago, you could have felt the pain of it, like it was too much, right? Because you were leaving something beautiful behind that you really loved, something that you really loved behind. For a lot of you guys, it's both. It's a version of yourself that you had to strip away from or let go of. Stopping, it's like if you were doing things a certain way, the way you were doing things had to be changed. And so that's why you had to let go. And there were also people that were involved in that lesson or energy that you parted ways with. And now it's like you're letting them go, both love, with a lot of love. You're looking back and saying, I love you. Thank you for everything you taught me. Thank you for the experience. Thank you. This was one heck of a lifetime. And now you can move on. Because everything you left in the past, although it could have been painful, you loved it. To a certain extent or a certain degree, there was love there. And I think we don't really understand it until when we let it go and it's gone. So I feel like a lot of us are letting these things go forever. Or you're giving it up to the universe either way. It's weird though. It's like the minute you let this version of you go, or it was a version of you that was struggling to ascend with you. It's like this version of you could not ascend with you. So you were struggling to let it go, and it involved other people that you had to let go. And then look what happens when you do. Libra is a more balanced energy. Is this 19? Yep. 1 and 9 is a 10, just like the sun. Now you get to experience again lightness. It's easier because you parted ways with the past. And now what's in the present is like there's more union within you and self and others. There's more harmony now. There's more peace of mind. There's more love in your everyday life. And if you don't really relate to what I'm saying, just give it a second to really sit still in the present energy and realize how not only gifted you are, how powerful you are, how happy you can be if you're just present. Okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Sound sweet, hello. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Sound Sweet, that's right. Okay. Oh, shit. Sorry, y'all. Alright, let's pull out some angel oracle decks to see what the guidance is for you guys today. Drop on the chat if you guys are experiencing moments of healing, or experiencing moments where you feel one with the universe and you're just feeling one with the collective. Because we're all feeling the same things, whether we see it or not. On a grand scale, we're all like literally experiencing similar things right now. Let's see. I have some cards in reverse here. Oh well. I dropped the card. Alright. I'm just going to shuffle. Some of them are in reverse, but I'll just turn them upright. Or maybe they're meant to be in reverse. Perspective. This perspective. Remember I told you about guarding our thoughts? Guarding our thoughts, because we understand that we're manifesting, whether in a good energy or I don't want to say good or bad, in a more dense negative energy versus a positive energy, right? Here's the perspective. You understand. It's like understanding. There's something that happens this week where you understand it on a grander scale. It's almost as if you felt separation, or if you felt like you're out of touch with not only reality, but like maybe people as a whole, right? Because like it's like maybe it's like that energy of wanting to find community that really embraces you. All of a sudden it's like when you're in the present moment, you see it from a grander scale, as if like everyone is one with you, good or bad, Like these people are a reflection of the things you like about yourself and the things that you may feel you need to work on. And again, it's like it's all one collective. There's a reason why these people keep appearing in our lives, and it's like you've accept that. You accept the responsibility of what we're manifesting within the people in our surroundings, and we're okay with that. It's part of the whole, the good and the bad, right? Or the it's part of the whole. If some of you guys are experiencing separation or feeling a little grief or like you don't belong, remember that's a good feeling. It's a feeling we all feel. And so I feel like when we work through that or we heal with that energy, we use that energy to really heal. There's more love. There's more love that's being let in every time we embrace this feeling of isolation or feelings of being misunderstood. It's like we go within and understand that it really stems from us. And then all of a sudden there's like more love to give to people, or you're becoming more understanding of people's difficulties and struggles because you've accepted yours. See where I'm getting at there? We're starting to see things and not take things too personal. Again, because we're going within and really working through that. So all of a sudden, it's like if we see anybody, that or issues about ourselves that we don't like, we understand that that's just a reflection of the things that we are working on within ourselves. And I feel like instead of taking it personal or running from it, we're embracing it and understanding that everything that is manifested in the reality is just really a reflection of what we think about ourselves. You see why it's important to not take it personal? Because it's really, they're showing us. These people are showing us where we're at in our life. There's something really beautiful about that. Forgiving yourself for where you're at in your journey. So a lot of people are going through a forgiving phase. And again, that's shedding light into the dark, right? Or the things that we don't like about ourselves. But either way, what we really want or need is acceptance. And I feel like maybe we were struggling to gain that perspective. It's like we get it this month. This whole season, we've been working on this. So, congratulations. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Well, again, it kind of is though, because it was in reverse, right? But look, you understanding that everything's a reflection. It's a reflection, right? And you're working through that. There may be people that you see that may show you versions of you that are a little bit like on the lower end, like the lower vibration. And again, this is without judgment, okay? We may feel like it's something that we may not like about ourselves, or it was a version of us that we used to be that no longer resonates with us. Remember, these energies are slowly drifting away. Okay, but I feel like by you seeing people who are in energies where we used to be at, there's something here about just accepting that and being understanding of other people's progress. Okay, being understanding of people's like struggles or where they're at in their lives. There's something here about that. You understand that because you're forgiving yours. You're forgiving or accepting of your own struggles. And although you think you're struggling with it, there's people that see you and they really think you're magical. There's people that see you and really are shocked as to how easily you embrace yourself. They may even tell you that this week, like, whoa, man, like, it's like you're just yourself, or being in your energy, it allows me to just be myself. Like, you'll hear people telling you that this week, and it's going to make you feel like you're on the right path or that you have grown a lot. Okay? Hey, PM3, welcome. Oh, this card just fell over here. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. That's right, baby. Look at this. What I tell you about this beautiful energy, that it's like our feminine energy. We finally get to be in this energy, and it's so beautiful. Look at this. It's like we've earned this. We never even had to work so hard for it. It's funny, like a lot of us work so hard to become happy because it's what society teaches us. We work hard to be happy only to realize that we were always worthy of it. And you're helping other people understand that. You may be teaching people or guiding people that you may not have expected to, but it's like these people look up to you. If these are beginners on their path, they look up to you because you have so much to share with them about your experiences. It's not like you're teaching them intentionally. It's more like you're just sharing your experiences and they're listening. They know there's wisdom there, and so it's like, dang, they're asking themselves, how do they get what you, how do they become, or it's not even achieve, how can they get what you have, right? And I mean that in a positive way. Like for themselves, they want to feel the healing that you bring into yourself, right? They want to know how to do that for themselves, and so they might seek you as a guide or somebody that can help them with that. And knowing you, you don't turn down people. You are more than willing to help them. Those are the perks of being on the path for a long time, right? We get to be a source of inspiration for others, even if they don't tell you. But I think you know that. I think you know that on a grander scale. Softening to love, the great severing. Softening to love. Yeah, this is our season, guys. Any questions, comments about the reading, let me know. Drop them down in the chat. If there's any experiences you guys are going through that, you know, you want to share on here, you can. Let's see what else. Anything else before we finish? There's so many cards here. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. Oops. Hey, I just dropped a whole bunch of cards. I wasn't trying to. I was not trying to. Alright. Let's just pull from the Black Moon Astrology cards. I did drop like 7 of them, but we're good. Any final thoughts before we transition into questions and answers for everybody in the chat? I'm feeling in a good mood, so I might answer questions for you guys just because, okay? Yeah, I'm just dropping cards. Just for today only, though, because I usually don't. I'm never in the mood to answer questions. Capricorn. You know, it's funny how, like, Saturn energy, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn energy could be a jerk sometimes, or we may look at it as personal struggles, or it's a condensed energy. But remember, Saturnian energy really gets us to focus on our path in the physical, right? And I feel like now you look forward to your path and you're smiling. Because again, there's something here about overcoming a struggle that might have beaten you up real bad. And I feel like Saturn energy, you understand now from a better, higher perspective that Saturn energy is only here to teach us, like, you know, this is what we've worked towards. This is our reality, right? This is the sum of everything we've done. And now you're looking forward to the future as what you're going to be able to do using that Saturn energy, that Capricorn energy, to manifest in the physical. Aiming towards something in the physical. Okay? So I feel like within the next Saturnian energy cycle that comes in, like the grand one, you know how it comes about 3 times in our lifetimes? It's kind of like that Saturn return energy where, like, it comes in, it shows us where we're at, and then I feel like a lot of people can be very upset about that, but because it's a reality check. But I feel like in the next cycle that Saturn energy comes in, this takes about 27 to 30 years. The next cycle that comes in, your life's gonna be completely different because you've taken action on certain things that you were not happy about at the time. And maybe Saturn energy really scared you because you saw, like, the sum of everything you've done. It's like it's in the physical. It shows you here's your whole life Are you happy with where you're at? Are you happy with the decisions you made in the past? And I feel like you're going to look at every area of your life and say, okay, this is what I want to work on so that by the next Saturn return, I'm happy with the results. Because really, that's what it is. It's a sum of all the work that we've done in whichever area, right? And again, remember, there are areas that we're, slowly working towards. Maybe you are moving fast, but it's like you look forward to working on the areas that you might have been disappointed in time, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. And it's like you've done a lot of change. So you could look forward at the progress. I think you should. Hey, welcome, Shandi. I know we went through a lot, and I know we spoke about a lot, so I think that's it. I know we said a whole bunch of stuff, so if it resonates, let me know. You can like and subscribe. We're gonna move on to questions and answers at this point, so if you guys have a question, you can drop it in the chat, and I'll answer it, okay? Just give me a second while I get all the cards. Today only, because I usually do not feel like answering any questions, okay? But today I will. We're transitioning into playtime. Playtime 4635. What's a 46? Okay. Does anyone have a question that you want me to answer? Whether that's personal, I don't know, anything that you're struggling with, any questions about your path, guidance, anything regarding income, or you could just ask for a general question, like general reading. It's gonna be like a one card, one pull, unless if you donate. Okay. Or we could just chill out here for a second. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well on this beautiful night. When is my soulmate or twin, or who will I be with in the future? Gotcha. Now remember, this is whatever guidance you're meant to have right now. It's what the collective wants, okay? So I'm going to use 2 decks. I'm going to use the Black Moon Astrology cards and the Angel Oracle deck, okay? I usually don't mix cards like that, but something's telling me to do that. For Elizabeth. Is this your card? Give me a second, I'll pull a couple more cards. Oh, I think this one's yours. Okay, I think the reason you're not finding a connection right now is because, or if you're finding connections that you're not 100% happy with, or like there's issues with here, almost seems like there's a reason why you keep like attracting like a certain kind of person, or like you aren't successful in love right now, is because there's something here about you're working through some type of forgiveness, or it's like you're apologizing for something. This is I'm sorry. It's like you're apologizing to somebody, or there's something here about needing to forgive like your lovers in the past, or like your past relationships. Did you feel like you made mistakes in your past relationships that maybe you like harbor guilt over, or hurt or grief? Because I'm getting that's what it is. Third house messages. It almost seems like when you think of third house, this is mercurial energy. You're thinking of Gemini energy, and Gemini talks about the realm of communication. And usually I would say maybe you're waiting for somebody to come and make amends with you, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting you really feel guilty about writing something in the past, writing past wrongs. Do you see what I'm saying? With surrender to the sweetness, but see, It's like two people. It's like you want to say sorry for the way things ended in the past with somebody. It could be more than one person, but look, it's like you're telepathically saying sorry or needing to say sorry so that you can heal and move on. You also need to forgive yourself, really. See, there's two and two and two and two. And also, third house talks about Gemini, it's the twins. Even though we don't see it here, it's the twins. And then another, it's two people. Two people and two people. It's you, though. Okay? Does that make sense? I thought I had done that, but I guess not. It's driving you crazy. Well, okay, you don't have to. If you really felt like you've already said sorry, or maybe it's not safe for you to go back to the past, I think you may have, yeah, there's something here about forgiving yourself here. You have to forgive yourself. Because you don't know, these people probably, whether they're hurt or, didn't forgive you, or they're angry that of how everything ended. We make mistakes, but it's like, I think you are the one that's really hurting because you're still somehow connected to that, to how you messed up, or I mean, how else were we supposed to learn? Yeah, it's okay. Maybe again, maybe you did make amends, but it's something about forgiving yourself. Okay. Once you do, it's like you're free. You free yourself. You free the other person, whether you see them or not again. And I feel like once that happens, it's like you can really move on to new. Because if you are still holding on to that, you're gonna attract people where like the same thing happens again. The same thing happens again, and the same thing happens again. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, Sabrina. Does anybody else have a question? This is good though. You're welcome. How's everybody doing today? I hope that you guys are doing well. Drink some water. Will I discover my divine path soon? Okay, that's a good question. All right, for PM3, you have one card here, and that's enough to do the reading, but I'm going to pull one more card for you, okay? Because this card alone is so strong. Yeah. Okay, I feel like you are close to what the path is. Like there's a certain path you want to go on, but you feel like you're not getting there, and it's for a reason. I'm getting, you're still holding on to some type of like coping mechanisms or some type of addictions. It might not be major, it could be minor, but I feel like these are the things you run to when you don't get what you want, or it's like these are the things you still hold on to, which is why it's hard for you to like um get insight about where you're supposed to go on your path. Do you ever notice that like wherever you go, you're struggling and you're struggling and you don't know why, and you think hopefully it gets easier and then it doesn't, and you're wondering why it's like a cycle of it happening? It's because there's something you haven't let go of yet. These coping mechanisms are like it's exactly what's delaying the progress of you actually being on the path. Now, I'm not saying that you're not on the path. We're always on the path, but I feel like you can't move really forward where you want to go because you're holding on to something that is not good for you. And every time you hold on to whatever that is, your faith is reliant on whatever this coping mechanism is or addiction. So you're not letting God in. The minute you let go and let God in, it's like you'll know where to go. Do you see what I'm saying? Or it takes time for you to be able to go down, get insight onto what the next path is. But I feel like maybe the divine is telling you where to go, and maybe you don't like the answer. Sometimes it's that we may not like what God has to offer, so we go with something else. But the thing is, while we grip onto the things that we do want, it's literally hindering our growth to the things that are better for us. Okay? You have lifting the veil in reverse, questioning everything, anything. You're questioning everything. You're questioning your path. It's in reverse. It's in reverse because right now you're in your shadow aspect. See how this person is shadowy? You're in your shadow aspect trying to figure it out, but it's like let go. Let go and let God. Okay? Anything that is unaligned, and I think you know at a conscious level, I think you know. If it's not aligned, let it go because I'm telling you, you can't move forward. You can't. You're gonna stay stuck where you're at. Okay? But I see you. I feel like you know. I think you already know this. And I feel like you keep thinking that you're gonna, if you go and try one more time to go back to what you know and what you like, it's gonna work out for you. But I feel like it's like a circle repeating itself over and over again. Hence why you're stuck. Okay? Alright. Who's next? Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, I've been there. I was like, no, but this way has to work, and it has to work, and it has to work. And I kept thinking that and saying that, and the years went by, and I'm like, yeah, this is never gonna happen. So I had to let go. And it killed me. It fucking killed me. Because this was an addiction, and I had to let it go. And I'm telling you, but sorry, that was my stomach. It gets to a point where we get tired. It's too painful to keep holding on, so we let go. Okay. That was my stomach. I'm hungry. Alright. Anything else? What do we need this week? Gotcha. Hey, you're in your south node. You're dealing with a karmic cycle. This karmic cycle is so attractive, Josie. There's something very attractive about the path you're on. And, well, I don't want to say attractive. I think you're attracted to this. Whatever this is, you're attracted to something in the south node here. And I feel like your guides are coming in and they're going to help heal you this week. With Chiron energy, there's this beautiful energy about healing you this week, but stand still. I think you're afraid. See how this person's afraid of the healing that's being given to him? This is you, and this is the healing energy that's coming to you, and I feel like you're afraid to tap into this energy because it's going to make you cry. But there's something here about if you sit still in this energy and let it show you, right? And let it show you what your emotions really are. It's like you're gonna heal from it. You're gonna have a big cry this week if you allow it. But I feel like you're terrified of this healing. There's something here about not feeling good enough or feeling like it's for you. You're not feeling like the healing is for you though. Sorry, that's my stomach. South Node life stat. Yeah. I feel like you're running to something to soothe some type of pain. And whatever this pain is that you're soothing, it feels so good. You're so entangled with this. I feel like this is someone or something you're very attracted to. There's something lustful about this energy. And you're so used to that energy, but it's like the energy that divine's bringing into you is the opposite of that, so it scares you. Because you're so intertwined with South Node energy, right? You're so intertwined with this that it's like, this is what you're used to having, but when the divine comes in and it shows you there's another way, when it comes in to try to like heal you, you're afraid of this energy because you haven't experienced this, or it's scary because you don't know the type of healing that's going to come out of it, right? So sit still in your feelings this week, and you're going to be surprised with the emotions that arise for you this week. With number 8, that's a super lucky number. You're due for some type of healing, okay? Okay. Oh, I have to put my cat down and I'm freaked out. Why? Which deck does this? Hey, Sabrina. Card has a lot of say, I feel. Yes, it does, Sabrina. Welcome, welcome. Oh, the card, the Chiron, the healing one, or the South Node? I don't know which one. The one that said number 8 on it, or which one? My stomach. I'm starving. Cause he's sick. Oh no. This last card. Oh yeah, it's I think it was Chiron. Yeah, it's this one. Right? That's over. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry about your cat. This card. Nice. Hopefully he feels better. It sucks going to the vet. It really sucks. That shit breaks your heart, man. It really does. Every time I would go to the vet, it like would freak me out. It freaks me out because it's like, it's usually bad experiences, you know. It's scary. It's a scary feeling. So hopefully your cat feels better. Okay. Any other questions before we wrap up? Sorry, Avi, I hear my stomach. I'm just hungry. I'm about to go eat soon. When you mentioned we're intertwined with South Node energy. Oh, yeah. South Node energy. Yeah, it's a powerful ass card. That's one of my favorite cards. It's this one. Yeah. Because look at it's a lustful energy. Something we're highly attracted to. It could be addictions. It could be the things that like give us. It's the things that soothe our pain when it's too much to bear, right? It's the things we run to when we need a hit. And so, I mean, we all have that to a certain degree. We tap into South Node when it's too difficult, right? We can't always be in reality. It's too much sometimes. So. On point. Thank you, hon. I should say, yeah, I felt that. That's right, girl. I felt that one too. There's something very beautiful about the card and the energy itself. Alright, does anyone have a question before we wrap up? What a day. I had an insightful day today. Tell me. I'm glad I caught you. Of course. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's late, but this is the time I had, so I try to tune in like around 8, like I used to. I used to tune in around 9, 8:30 to 9. I'm gonna try to go back to that time frame if I can. But recently it's been like this time. Alright, I think we're gonna wrap up if there's no more questions. No more questions. Hopefully everybody's doing well on this beautiful Monday night. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I forgot it was Cinco de Mayo. I don't think anybody went out. Not today. But hey. Have a lovely dinner. Thank you, Josie. And hopefully your cat feels better. I'm sorry. That sucks. Alright, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys. I think tomorrow I might do noon or maybe at this time. We'll see. Hey, welcome, Kumar. Nice to see you. Alright, yeah, I love you. Take good care of yourselves. Peace out. Bye.